Hi, Hayden Bennett from Commercial Property Group. Welcome to ROI series for March 2026. March this year was a big year for the business. We just celebrated 21 years in business when I started it back in 2005. And what an anniversary month we've had. We've done over 284 inspections with buyers and tenants, which has resulted into a whopping 53 deals being agreed to in the month of March alone. 53 is a phenomenal number. It consists of quite a number of leases, sales, and most importantly, a lot of project sales. Here in the group, we've been dealing with a large volume of brand new industrial projects. A lot of them are now completed, and we're actually getting a lot of traction, which has then elevated that overall deal volume to 53 deals. I've got some key sales and leases that I'm going to share with you, and the first of which is a property that was sold at auction at 40 Norman Street at Peakhurst. This property was handled by Jackson Chambers. It was a large industrial premises, around 2,339 metres of land, over a 40-metre frontage. The building footprint was just over 1,500 square metres. Jackson was successful at selling that property under the hammer for $4.9 million, and that represents a rate per square metre of around $2,100 per metre on the land, including the building and its existing improvements. Congratulations to Jackson on a job well done. The next sale is a unique one here in the group. It was a former childcare centre located at 62 Ocean Street at Cogra. Both Greg Carr and myself handled this campaign. The childcare centre was formerly occupied for 29 places. Greg and I took that to market with a price guide of around $1.8 million. It was a 630 square metre land area with an existing older cottage home, again, formerly a childcare centre. Greg and I were inundated with inquiry. In fact, we had over 124 inquiries. We probably had close to 24 inspections conducted there, had a lot of interest, and that interest is evident in the result. There was 9 registered bidders at that auction. The property sold under the hammer for $2,850,000. Now, when we peel that back and look at that sale price to the places of 29, it's around $98,000 per place, and the rate per metre on the land area is around $4,500 per square metre. Why such a significant result? We had quite a number of operators in the childcare space that were very keen and eager to get their hands on that centre and hit the ground running and start running another centre, another business. So good luck to them. Greg, outstanding campaign. Thank you for all your hard work. Look forward to the next one. Another sale was at 14/2 Clerk Place at Kurnell. This sale was handled by Jackson Chambers. It was a modern strata titled unit, 162 square metres of overall area. Jackson sold it for $1,020,000. That rate per square metre is around $6,300 per metre. Really good value considering the Taran Point carrying bar market sits anywhere between $8,000 to $10,000 a metre on similar sized property. But Jackson was able to really do well, get a great deal done there for the vendor, and the purchasers also bought very well. So congratulations to all parties involved. So on to some leasing transactions. We've got a retail shop located at 1-7 Boyle Street in Sutherland. Residential building with ground floor retail, first floor commercial. We leased out all the commercial space. We've got some shops on the ground floor that we are prospecting for the right style of tenants. Nathan Gray found the right style of tenant and aligned that tenant with the building developer, and they consummated a fantastic lease deal. It was retail 3, it was 156 square metres of overall retail space. The annual rent was $90,000 per annum net. That's a rate per square metre of around $575 per metre. A good strong lease term there that was achieved of a 7-year term, and the incentive provided in rent free was 3 months, which represents around 3.6% incentive, but there was also some fit out contribution as well done by the lessor to help the tenant get established and get trading. So Nathan Gray, awesome job. Thank you very much for your contribution, and congratulations to the tenant and the landlord. Another lease deal done at Unit 1 at 27 Warwick Circuit. This is a brand new industrial. We sold it out. It was 13 units. Unit 1 was bought by an investor, street facing onto Warwick Circuit. It was around 152 square metres. Andrew Hung successfully found a tenant, negotiated some really great terms. He was able to secure a 3-year lease for the 152 square metres. The commencing rental was $65,000 per annum gross plus GST. That's a rate per metre of around $428 per metre. The incentive provided to that tenant was 2 months rent free, which does represent around 5.6% of that initial 3-year term. Andrew Hung, congratulations, great deal. Congrats to the tenant and to the landlord. Another industrial lease deal done in Caringbah was Unit 8 at 12 to 14 Northumberland Drive. It was marketed by Damon Asti and Alex McCarty. It was 271 square metres of total strated area. Alex was able to secure $70,000 per annum gross plus GST with a 2-year term. The rate per square metre on that lease transaction was around $258 per metre. On the 2-year term, 8 weeks rent-free was given to the tenant to help them get in and get established. That represents around 7.7% overall incentive. Congratulations to Alex McCarty on a job well done. So that's the wrap for March 2026. We're moving into April. Obviously an unusual month. We've got 3 short day weeks there in April with Easter and Anzac Day. Inquiry levels are still strong. Obviously we've got some headwinds in the market in relation to the fuel crisis, the world conflict and interest rates. But at the end of the day, everyone's got to buy, sell and lease. So if anyone needs any advice, please reach out to myself or any one of us here at the team. We welcome your call and we value giving excellent advice and service. Thank you for listening.